Hello my fellow vapors, welcome to another video. It's been a while, I know. A lot of traveling going on. Had Miami, Vegas, briefly to Greece to get my family situated for their summer vacation. I am back. I will be going back to Greece later on in the month to really begin my vacation since I have not had one yet. And I did pick up some cool stuff in Greece. I'm going to wait and put all that in kind of an update video. I have to get caught up with some of these reviews, and today we're going to take a look at the Nautilus, the Aspire Nautilus mini tank. And while we're at it, we're going to take a look at these carbon fiber Ego style batteries, also from Aspire. We're going to put them together and make a little package. Let's get started down low. First with the mini tank. All right, here we are up close with the Nautilus Mini. Kind of like the same box as its big brother. Adjustable airflow tank system. Now these came directly from the manufacturer, which is Shenzhen E-Gate Technology for review. Has a little scratch and check for the authenticity. Little holographic symbol over there. It comes with one tank, 2 coils, the Ego threaded cone, and a user manual. User manual is in 4 or 5 different languages. There's a little threaded cone to use on an Ego style battery to flushing it out. It appears that the coils are the same as its big brother, but they have been redesigned. If you can look down there and see, there's something different going on. These are vertical coils. The threading and everything is the same, so these will fit into your existing Nautilus tanks if you have them, and vice versa. They're going to be interchangeable. But I'm going to rip one apart here later on and see what's going on inside. These are touted as 1.8 ohm. And there's the tank, just like its big brother. It's exactly the same. Glass tank, metal base, and top cap. And it comes with this drip tip, which I don't really care for. So I'm going to take this one off and use my little Atmystique. I just think it looks much better on this tank. In the information that I got, the airflow system has been upgraded. It appears to be the same to me as far as the options that you have. The hole sizes 0.9, 1.1, 1.4, and 1.8 millimeters. So depending on where you turn it, it has little pips right above the airflow hole to let you know what size you're going to put it in. It does appear that it holds into place stronger than the larger tank. So there's the very small one. There's the 1.4, 1.1, and the 0.9. There's your 510 connection sealed. And of course, unscrew the atomizer from the chamber inside, which holds the whole tank together to have access to the tank. I'm going to replace this coil here, and this is the one I'm going to take apart so we can take a look inside. I'm going to put a fresh coil here. Let me put this on my little billiard ball here and get some vapor towel and unscrew this coil. And it does have a little bit of a catch on that top portion of the atomizer, so it makes it a little bit easier to unscrew and remove. Let's take this old coil out. Let's go ahead and put a fresh one in there. And you can see the little O-ring here on the bottom that seals the coil into place. And that's it. Pretty simple. Same style of sealing down here with this big, thick rubber gasket. Let me get my e-liquid. I should have been a little bit more prepared for this. But I just got back from work. My mentholated green peach tea. And this holds 2 ml. Fill it right up there to the bottom of the chimney. Take your atomizer, thread it in, and as you thread it down, it's going to seal. Now every time I feel it and I try to screw it down, the airflow ring moves because you have to kind of grip it to get it down there to seal. You want to make sure you go all the way down, and then you'll see I've already moved the airflow system here. I'm going to put it back to 1.4 because even though I like the 1.8 hole, I've been having a little bit of issues there. We'll talk about it when we start vaping it. So there it is. Let's take a look at the battery. Alright, these are the new Aspire carbon fiber batteries. And they are carbon fiber. It's not a sticker. Pretty impressive. This is a new line of Ego style batteries that they're releasing. I got them simply in these boxes. No chargers. There is no USB or mini USB charger. You charge these like a regular Ego from the top. But they came in these boxes here. There's various models. This one right here is the 900 mAh version. This one is variable voltage. So is this one. But there's also standard, a 3.7 volt battery that doesn't have the variable voltage design on the bottom. If you take a look at the side of the box, you pretty much see all the various options that it's going to have. I only got black color. I did get a CFVV, which is variable voltage. And I also got the G power, which is not variable voltage. But you're going to see there'll be a VV plus. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be. And there's also going to be a pass-through. So you're going to have all these combinations available. And, of course, the different colors of carbon fiber. Let's take a little closer look at the battery. Let's start from the bottom. It does have a really nice feel to it with that carbon fiber. This is where your variable voltage adjustment begins. And you'll see you got a little window inside there, and you kind of, you got to really squint down to see what the setting is. But it starts at 3.3 volts, 3.8, and you can adjust it in between there even though there's no numbers. 4.3, all the way up to 4.8 volts. Let's take a look at this battery here. Same thing, 3.3, 3.8. Has a little click it to it. I don't know if you can hear that in the microphone, but it does click when you go up, and I think it's 0.2 volt increments. All the way up to 4.8 volts. Moving up to the body, there is the CF variable voltage, Aspire logo. Really nice finish. On the top of the battery, you have the CE logo. I don't know if you can really see that. The mAh of the battery, and of course the voltage range 3.3 to 4.8. The firing button, redesigned as well. A nice little blue LED around it. Every time you press the button, it does have, I think it's 5 clicks. Yep. 5 clicks, you get a little show, and it turns the battery off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it turns back on. And this one has a battery indicator as well too. It goes down to yellow when you got 50% of the battery, and then it goes to that bottom portion red of the LED indication when your battery is about to die. See that little red portion down there. The center pin. See if I can get a little screwdriver here. Is adjustable. Oop, can you see that? There we go. It's pretty unique for an Ego style battery. So anything you're going to put on here will be adjusted, and it'll sit flush, and it'll make contact. Also, the pin is square, unlike the round Ego batteries. 510 connection, of course, with Ego threading on top. And just to kind of show you a couple of the ways that I've been using it. Here's the little ring from the Aspire tank. And then screw your Aspire tank onto that. And that is the finished product. Not too shabby looking. Looks pretty good. This is a 1.8 ohm coil. I've been rocking it about 4 volts, 4.2. Alright, so let's begin to vape, and then we're going to come back and chop up this coil. Alright, all assembled on the Aspire carbon fiber battery. 4.2-ish volts. This is a 1.8 ohm coil. And I have it on the 1.4 millimeter airflow option. It's easy to see why so many people like these tanks. I mean, it works, and it works great. I'm going to switch it to the 1.8 hole, the wide open hole, which I actually like to vape with this tank. The problem is that when you get below 1 mil inside your tank, it pulls in a lot of air, forces a lot of e-liquid down to the coil, and it gurgles, and sometimes you get juice in your mouth. Juice in your mouth, not a good thing. You can actually see more vapor with that more airflow going over the coil. Alright, let me switch it, put it on a DNA device. I'm going to put on the Mamu Stealth. A little accurate reading on this coil. Switch it back to the 1.4 millimeter hole. The selection of the airflow control is stiffer when you're turning it, so it doesn't have a lot of loose play. So here, this one is touted as a 1.8 ohm coil. It's coming in at 2 ohms. Got it set at 8.6 watts. Let me crank it up to about 9 watts. There we go. If you love the Nautilus, you're going to love this in a smaller size for smaller batteries. That big tanks look kind of funky on there. Once again, like the Kangers, I personally think that the flavor is better. I don't know if it's that smaller chamber, again, in this tank like it is in the Kanger Mini Pro tank or Aero tank now, that's providing me with that better flavor. But I actually prefer this over the larger Nautilus Aspire. Alright, let's take a look at the coil head. I'm going to come back and get some final thoughts. Alright, make sure that is bright enough for you guys to see. I've removed the bottom pin. I'm going to try to remove this little rubber gasket. And pull these coils out. So you see that the coils now are vertical in here. See it? Kind of tore it up, but at least we know what's happening. So the coil's sitting vertical inside, and it's getting e-liquid from all around these 4 holes that are bringing e-liquid inside the cup. It has this little material that's holding it over. It appears it's just one single coil. Yep. There it is. Pretty unique. I haven't seen a vertical coil before in a clearomizer. Go ahead and remove this little wicking material. There it is. Also has, I'm going to be able to see that down in there. Let me see if I can get it out. It's like a little mesh material that sits on top there, kind of protecting that little fiber that's absorbing the e-liquid inside. But that's sitting right on top of the where the coil goes in. There's also some more material that I left inside there. But anyway, you get the idea. Vertical coils. Alright, so that was the redesigned Aspire coil head. Pretty unique. Vertical coil. I don't know, maybe they've been watching some Rip Trippers videos. The good thing is that they're interchangeable with the previous version tanks and vice versa. So if you enjoy those heads, they will work in the Mini Nautilus tank, and vice versa, the new heads will work with the old style tanks. Let me take a vape. It's working great, and I actually like this this carbon fiber battery. It just makes it for a nice setup. The only bad thing about these is that I just got the batteries. I don't know if they're going to be available in a kit, maybe with a couple batteries and some tanks. None of them had chargers inside. Maybe they're just prototypes to test them out. But I've been really enjoying using them. I've had some, Ego-style chargers laying around here, so no problems charging them. And I also don't know what the price of the battery is going to be. However, if this comes in a kit, just like you see it here, with the batteries and the mini Aspire tank, I mean, this is a great setup to give someone. If you can't quit smoking with this, you can't quit smoking with anything. Trust me. No price on the battery yet, but the tank, according to the email that I got, manufacturer suggested retail price between $36 and $45. As these tanks are improving, it appears that the price is going up too. But, every couple of months there's a new tank, and then the price goes straight down. A solid A for both of these, the device and the tank itself. That's all I had for the carbon fiber battery and the Aspire Nautilus mini tank. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please drop me a line. vapinggreek@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, G+, Instagram, and demisphere.com. You can also catch me on youtube.com/vapeteam with a Vape Team Media, or live every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Smoke Free Radio. Thank you for watching.